Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this design of Zara cap with a twisted design at the back. If you are new on this channel, please endeavor to subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. For this design of Zara cap, you are going to be needing any fabric of choice. So you could go ahead and use a stretchy fabric or a non-stretchy fabric. The particular fabric I'm using is a stretchy fabric. It's known as light poly fabric or turkey fabric, and I'm using 1 yard of it because of the design I'm going to be attaching to the back. Okay, so I would also be needing fiber. Fiber can be gotten from a furniture shop, or you can get it from a tailoring accessory shop in the market. I was able to get that from a tailoring accessory shop. I'm also going to be needing Marco. This is what Marco looks like, and you can get Marco from a shoemaker shop in the market. I would also be needing tailor's chalk, a pair of scissors to cut, measurement tape, and a matching color of thread and needle. So I have my fabric cut out already. This fabric measures 23 inches by 16 inches. The length of the fabric, which is the head circumference, is 23 inches and the width or the height is 16 inches. And this is the stretchy part. The 23 inches part is the stretchy part of the fabric because it is the head circumference part. If you are using a non-stretchy fabric, then you want to use 24 inches or 25 inches. Now, I've also cut out my Marco. The length measures 18 inches and the width is about 3 inches, can you see? So you may want to use 3 inches if you want the height to be very high, or you may even want to increase it. Okay, now I'll get my fabric. Okay, this is the length of the fabric, the stretchy part. I'm going to place my Marco like so. Can you see? Now I'm going to fold the Marco into 2 equal halves. Then I'm going to use my chalk to mark out the midpoint. I'll also do same for the fabric. I'll use my scissors to notch the midpoint of the fabric. Now place the Marco on the fabric like so. So the midpoint of the fabric is going to be or the midpoint of the Marco is going to be on the midpoint of the fabric, and then I'm going to fold like so. So be sure to fold neatly. So when I fold, I'm going to use my pin to hold that down. I will also extend my fold to this part, and then I will use my pin to hold it down. I'm also going to use my pin to hold this part where I have my Marco to prevent the Marco from moving to and fro, and then I'll take that to my sewing machine and stitch. So after stitching, this is what I have. Now I'll also fold. This is the wrong side of the fabric. I'll fold into 2, and then I'm going to stitch all the way through to this point. And after stitching, I'll get my needle and my thread. I'm going to skip the band area. Then after, I'll get my needle and my thread doubled, and then I'm going to be making a running stitches on the fabric like so. After making the running stitches, I'm going to knot and cut out the excess thread using my scissors. Now I will turn my work to the right side. So this is the right side of my Zara cap. Okay, so this is going to serve as my base. I'm going to set this aside and we are going to be working on the design. Now for the design, I measured and cut out for the width. The width of the fabric is 5 inches and the length of the fabric, the entire length of the fabric is 60 inches. Now you may want to use 50 inches or you may want to use 55 inches. I'm going to be folding the fabric into two like so. So if your fabric has the wrong side and the right side, you are going to fold the wrong side inside and the right side outside. So this is going to be the right side and the wrong side will be outside like so. So you are going to fold to the other end of the fabric and then you take to the sewing machine and stitch down. You're also going to do that for the other fabric by folding and then you stitch. So this is my fabric after stitching. So if you are using a stretchy fabric like mine, you may want to stitch twice. So after making the first stitches, you stitch that same part again so that when you are inserting the fiber into the fabric, it will be very easy for you and then the stitches will not go off. Now I'll take my scissors. I'm going to be using my scissors as a loop turner to turn this inside hat.
You may
My
want to
fabric do
stitch
not
the
have a
fabric
wrong side and a
twice,
right
okay?
side, but if yours is the type that has a wrong side and the right side, you want to ensure that the wrong side is inside, such that when you are done turning it inside out, you are going to have your right side outside. Okay, so this is how I'm going to turn it inside out. I have to push and push that because the scissors was not that long. Can you see? And then I was able to pull this hat like so. So this is it. Now get my fiber. You're going to get your scissors to cut the fiber. I'll be cutting out about 2 inches or 1.5 inches of the fiber like that. After cutting out the fiber, I may want to cut it into smaller pieces and then insert it into the fabric like so. Now another thing you could also do is to get something like this. Okay, this is known as cane. If you're in Nigeria, you already know what this is. I'm going to use this to push the fiber to the midpoint of the fabric like that. Then I can also take the cane to just push and push. So that way I don't necessarily have to start cutting it into smaller pieces. Just push like that. Okay, so once this is exhausted, I'm going to cut more and then I'll keep pushing. Now when you are inserting the fiber into the fabric, you don't want the fiber to be too thick inside the fabric. Now the reason is because if the fiber is too thick, you will end up having a heavy design. Your design will come out heavy, it will not look light. Okay, so some clients don't like that kind of heavy design on their head. Okay, they just want something light and classy. All right, so once I'm done with that part, I'm going to go over to the other part like that, and I was able to push this in with the help of my cane. If you have made this far to this part of the video and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. Also give this video a thumbs up and drop a nice comment for us in the comment section of this video. After inserting the fiber into both fabric, I'm going to take the fabric like so. So I will place both tips like so. First I have to tuck that in properly. And then I'll place both tips like so and then I'll stitch. So you can stitch with your sewing machine or you use your needle and your thread to make a running stitches like that. So I'm going to get someone to hold it on the other hand while I make my twisted design. So I'm going to be twisting like so. So you want, when you are making your twist, you want it to be very tight. Okay, so you just twist like that all the way to the other hand. So as usual, I'm going to tuck that in properly. Then I will place both tips on each other and then I'll go ahead and stitch like that. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to roll this design, this twisted design, to form my design on my Zara cap. So this is how I'm going to go about it. Can you see? You are going to hide that part. Then you get your needle and your thread. So you are going to watch closely how I'm going to go about this. This process is very easy but a bit tricky, because you want to try as much as possible to hide the thread when you are rolling this design. So can you see what I'm doing there? So I brought the needle and the thread out from that part, then I'll take it inside like that. Then another thing you want to ensure is that you are using a matching color of thread, because if you use another color of thread, you may not have a neat work. Okay, so you don't want the thread to be visible. Can you see? So I will take the needle and the thread back into my work like that. So I'll bring it out from that point. Can you see? Then I'll also bring it out like so. See where I'm bringing it out from? So I have to bring it out from that part because I don't want the thread to be visible. Then I'll also take it inside like that. So this is how you go about it. You also want to ensure that your thread is doubled. You can double your thread to 4 strand or 8 strand. Then you pull. So you keep arranging the twisted design like that, and then you use your needle and your thread to tack. This is not something you should rush, because if you rush that, you may end up not having a neat work. Just take your time, arrange this properly, and then you tack. Okay, so I'm almost done. Now, like I said, when we started making this particular twisted design, I said when you are cutting your fabric, you could cut 50 inches, 55 inches, or 16 inches. So when you have excess fabric, or when you are making your design, if your design is already full, you can cut out the excess. Okay, so it's better you have excess than when you're making your design at the point you now discover that, oh, this is very scanty, this will not come out nice. Okay, so you can cut 60 inches or 55 inches. So I'm trying to end this here. This is the other end of the fabric, so I want to end that neatly and stitch that, or use my needle and my thread to tack that down neatly. Once I'm done securing that part, I may want to flip my design over to the other side, and then I'll use my needle and my thread to just tack the other side neatly. Okay, so this is to further secure my design. If you are getting value from this video, please endeavor to give this video a thumbs up, and also drop a comment for us in the comment section of this video. After securing the design firmly, I'm going to tie and cut out the excess thread. Now, I'll be attaching the design to the back of the Zara cap like so. Can you see? So I have my needle and my thread. I'm going to be doing that with my needle and my thread. So please be sure to tack this down neatly, and while tacking you want to be careful so you don't alter the shape of the Zara cap. Okay, so you are going to take your needle and your thread in out like that. After attaching the design to the Zara cap, the last thing we want to do is to embellish it with any applique or stone of our choice. So you can get any stone or applique in the market, depending on the one you are able to get. So there's this type that this third, can you see? So you can use this type. You just go ahead and use any applique or any stones that you are able to lay your hands on in the market. So I'm going to cut this particular one like so. So you just cut. I was able to get half yard of that, so I'll cut. I'll be using my A6000 gum or UHU gum to attach that. I'm going to apply the gum to the back of the I'm going to apply the gum to the back of the applique, to the back of the stud. Depending on what you are using, it could be stone or pearl. Just apply your gum to the back. Then you give it some time to dry up a little bit. Then you go ahead and you start attaching it to the part you want to attach it to, like that. So I'm going to give that a good press. Just apply pressure, okay. Can you see? You may also want to use the stone or stud I showed you earlier on. So you just go ahead and use any stones that you can lay your hands on in the market. And once you are done, you have your Zara cap ready. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please endeavor to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed, and also like and comment on this video.